I'd gladly see you put what
So
I
thieves have
find
a
to
lot
good
of things
use.
going for them. They have great mobility. They're very fast in combat. They can pin targets down and deal damage to them that way, which is just awesome. The animations are sick. They can stealth
I have
if
a
they
modest
want.
talent
They
for
have very,
spotting
very high
materials that can
damage
be-
for a melee class, probably higher than any other melee class in the game. They actually have pretty good survivability because they can sidestep a lot of attacks. And they also have a skill that allows them to be unhittable while it's active, which is really great. So they have a lot of really good things going too. And if you like climbing up on monsters, then this is another good one. And pawns can be thieves, so that's also really great. Now the downsides of this class, in my opinion, are just that pawns don't play this class as well as you will. It's a very zoomer class, and pawns just don't have the AI capacity to play it the way that you would play it. So I don't recommend making a pawn a thief as much as you playing a thief, but still you can have pawn thieves if you want. And the other thing is, it takes a little bit to get the hang of some of the skills in the game. Not all of them are that easy to understand, and it has a lot more mechanics than maybe some other classes. But generally, it's just an awesome class to play. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Magic Archer. I love Magic Archer. Magic Archer might be my favorite class in the game, and I highly recommend, if you haven't tried Magic Archer out, that you try it. So what makes the Magic Archer so good? Well, they have really high damage. They're not hard to understand how to play. Once you play one for a little bit, you kind of get the hang of it. They have easy stamina management because they use their basic attacks a lot, just like archers do. So that makes them not have to worry about their stamina as much as other classes. They can also heal and revive enemies at range, meaning that you can play like a hybrid healer DPS character with it and actually support your group while ranging down enemies at the same time, which is nice. And Martyr's Bolt is arguably, one of the deadliest Meister skills in the game, and it can absolutely wipe the health bar of enemies instantly. The downside of this class is that you can't use it on pawns, which is really, really unfortunate, and it can't remove hostile effects the way a mage can. And hostile effects, particularly as you get further and further into the game and reach endgame, become more of a thing in the game. And that's a big downside, which means that I wouldn't advise removing a mage completely from your group if you're using your Magic Archer to heal because of that, unless you have enough consumables to support the removal of those effects. And that brings us to number 1, which is of course the mage. Mages are just counterproductive in this game. Every party needs a mage. I don't think there's hardly any parties that have one. The fact that they can heal at will with Anodyne, the fact that they have a spot heal that will just pop you up. They can remove status effects, they can block the group, they can prevent damage in the group, they can increase speed. They can also use spells like High 11, which can increase damage, some damaging options for easier fights, faster. All these things, in my opinion, make a mage really good. Of course, you can make a pawn mage, which is really important in my opinion, because not everyone likes to play in their group, and being able to make them into pawn is importantly that's where you and it's just
No better time to strike.
If I had to recommend
Moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
So that wraps up our video on the 10
Can you
classes
then,
of
Master?
Dragon's
I'm
Dogma
coming to
and
assist.
and what I think of
Whatever tip you need.
and I
I
hope
shall
you have good
gladly.
reasons. I want to know what your favorite or what's your least favorite here. Is it way off? Is it close to your
This
list?
battle will
And
have
leave that
elemental
in the
magic.
comments below. Additionally, we will have more content coming. This is not the end of the Dragon's Dogma. Have an audience
That
guide
attack
soon.
looks devastating. We ought to keep our distance whenever it is unleashed.
And game guide and game specific
here.
equipment, specific skills.
There was one point in my life where I worked at an electronics store. It sold things like appliances, computers, televisions, etc., and also had a fairly large section for video games. Working at said store meant that I could have a discount applied to many products that I purchased, but it was nothing crazy. Something along the lines of what the store paid for it plus a small percentage. Now, if you don't know, the markup on video games specifically as a product is relatively low. Businesses that pay for games as a product do not actually make that much of a profit through selling them. Some products you could get for a steal, while others, like games, you'd basically be paying full price for. The way around this was through purchasing used products. Brick and mortar stores will generally allow you to trade in your games for either a very small amount of real money or for
Our enemies flying into the hunting hole. I bet my life. Strike with highest fury. Our foe is unbalanced.
There's no better time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. The Red Cloud's advance is halted. This reprieve may be a temporary one, but I am glad for it all the same.